Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Packer franchise here on Madden 24. And, welcome to this season review, off-season preview episode. I think we're going to do a few things in this episode. No gameplay in this one. This is looking back at the season and maybe looking at what we might need to set ourselves up for the season coming ahead. We're going to check out some of the key games and key statistics from the season that we just had. A lot of really interesting things, I think, coming up as we finish the season 8-9. And we got to set ourselves up for what will we do in the offseason to make this team better and get back to the Super Bowl dynasty status that the Packers used to enjoy at some point. So let's do it. Let's jump back to some of the key games that we saw. I'm looking at standings there. We didn't make the playoffs this year, unfortunately. Thought we might have made it, but the Bears made it, and we had the same record as the Bears. I don't know all the rules around all of that, so I won't mess with that. But some of the key things, big games that maybe we had. This first game was a doozy. We gave up 65 points in this first game to the Chicago Bears. And this one was really interesting because we just gave up all kinds of plays to Justin Fields. Justin Fields, threw for 135 and rushed for 223, and then Herbert had 164. So we gave up 300, close to 400 yards on the ground in this one game. And that was pretty crazy. Cole Kmet ended up getting a couple touchdowns as well for them. And for our team, well, we saw Christian Watson go off. He had 233 yards, a lot of big plays in that one. And we noticed also Aaron Jones, he did not really come through in a really great way for us. We started to feel like he wasn't going to be very good with the run. And that kind of played itself out. And then defensively, with a game like that, we didn't have a whole lot going on defensively. So that was a key game and really started our season off. We started out the season with two big losses. Came back and got a win against the Saints in a kind of close game. If you went and checked that out, that'd be a fun game for you to check out. Did a little bit better here. Love went for 472 yards, and that really is what our season ended up being. Our season ended up being a lot of airmail. We got another 200 plus game for Christian Watson, and I think this was the first game that Romeo Doubs went over 100 yards. Let me look and see if he went over 100 in did he? Oh no, Romeo Doubs actually, he ended up with a big game against the Falcons. Offensively, it turned out to be those two players, Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs just went ham. But you can see in our first 5 games, we only win one. We went 1-5 Lions, and we lost against the Raiders, who ended up being a pretty good team. We'll see if they can make good all the way through. 45-30 here. We won against the Broncos, started to face some little lesser talent. Vikings were also rated pretty low. We had a big game in this one. We scored 63 this time, and Jordan Love with 498 yards in this one. And I think that this one ended up being, both of these players started to go off. We're going to see, we won't look at every game, but there was a lot of games where both of these players were over 100 yards. Evenly distributed between these two players. A lot of breakout opportunities for Romeo Doubs after Christian Watson would go off. Got a loss against the Rams, beat the Steelers, lost against the Chargers. This was probably a pretty big game here against the Chiefs. We had a couple weird things that happened with our computer, with our PlayStation. That's why we had a few restarts, but I don't care about losing, so I don't restart if I'm losing. So there's nothing shady there. But Jordan Love ended up going off playing a little bit better than Patrick Mahomes in this game, with no interceptions and 5 touchdowns, and Patrick Mahomes threw 2 interceptions. This was a big game. We earned a lot of stuff for our players. Jordan Love, pretty consistent throughout. Probably one of the few games where we have Aaron Jones with a lot of yardage, and also with these two over 100 yards each. Again, another 7 catch and 8 catch game between the two of them. And they really were the offense. Defensively, there was no one that really stood out other than Jair Alexander. He didn't get a lot of picks, but he did, cause a lot of drops. Like, he would be able to, if the receiver called the ball near him and he hit him, then he would pretty much separate the ball from the receiver almost every time. But that Chiefs game was a big game. You can go and check that out. Some surprise losses here. We lost against the Bucks, didn't expect to lose against them. Lost against the Panthers, did not expect to lose against them either. Ended up winning the Vikings. And then this last game, the Bears game, that's the last one. That's the most recent one. If you missed it, then you should go check that one out. Another good game, fun game to play. Thought we had something on the line there. Turned out it didn't matter whether we won or lost. They were going to the playoffs anyway. But it was a good game, man. It was a fun game to play. Justin Fields didn't do that much, but Jordan Love played well, had 3 touchdowns, and Aaron Jones and Christian Watson had the big game and really set himself up as the top receiver, really in the league when it comes to yardage. So those are some of the key games that I thought from the season. And I think if you want to go and check out some of them, if you missed them, then those are the ones that you can go and check out. Let's take a look at how we ended up as a team from a stats point of view. We were definitely the best offensive team. A crazy amount of passing yards, 5,549 yards total. And we beat the Kansas City Chiefs by almost 1,000 yards in the air. I think that's really saying something. I think it's really saying something. We definitely had one of our bigger years, one of the biggest years in the NFL, for sure. The passing game, that's the Chiefs. I'm about to say, wait a minute. Yeah, we had 5,549, and we only had a 1,766 yards rushing. Places us at, where are we? Packers, we're probably down. Yeah, we're down here. We'll take a look at what the statistic is for that. The biggest thing is that pass game was pretty intense. Points per game, I think we're at the top here with 32 points per game, right there next to the Chiefs. And we've had 51 passing touchdowns. And it's a historic offensive passing game in a lot of ways for this team. Let me look at this. Can we do this by team? Oh no, yeah, it's just the whole NFL. Defensively, not so much. We did not play that well. We gave up a lot of things. I felt really hampered by the playbook. We'll talk about the playbook either in this video or in the next one, but I didn't think the playbook really served us. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back down here and look at what we have here. Defensively, we gave up a lot of yards in the air as well. We gave up 3,500 yards in the air. Gave up a lot of rushing yards. I wouldn't be surprised if we're one of the tops. Oh, okay, we weren't too bad. Okay, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're the 7th worst on the rushing, but I thought we would have been one of the top ones. We gave up a lot of rushing yards. And Packers wise, okay, we weren't too bad in the air either. So I don't know. I guess overall not too bad when you look at it compared to the rest of the teams in the league. What about points? Oh yeah, we gave up the most points. We allowed 561 points. A lot of big runs, big games. We got 35 sacks, and that wasn't amazing. We didn't get a lot of sacks this year, and we didn't get a lot of interceptions this year either. The defense was definitely not the highlight. We hope that in this offseason, we will definitely try to pick up on the defensive side of things. So yeah, when we look at how we ended the year offensively and defensively, we ended the year, look, it says there right in the middle of the screen, offensive points per game, we were number 1. Passing yards, we were the number 1 passing offense, number 21 rushing offense. I think we ended up, let's just say, defensive points per game. Yeah, we gave up the most there, but 11 against the pass, which is not bad. And then 26 against the rush. And I agree with that. We've got to get a different scheme, I think, on defense. And then I think we've got to get some different players for that scheme, which brings me to the staff. I think we're going to go ahead. These are a lot of players that have been fired basically, and I think we're going to go in and we have a retirement. Who's the retirement? Pete Carroll retires from Seattle. Okay, well, Pete Carroll's going to ride off into the sunset, but I think we're going to go ahead and release both of our players, both of our staff persons. I don't think either one of them is serving us very well. So sorry. See you later, Gary Crawford. You're free to find another job and find fulfillment and joy in that job. And that means that we've got to find a way to fill a staff. But I think we should first, before we do that, I think we should decide on what scheme we ultimately want to run. Actually, you know what? You know what we're going to do? We're going to find, we're going to choose it based on who we can hire here. So, offensive coordinator. Let's see what we got as options. Oh, no one looks amazing. Okay, just kind of scrolling through to see who we have. Okay, Will Hudson's coming a little decorated. He has a offensive coordinator. He's coming with the West Coast zone run. As a vertical threat, secure the line halfback guru. Okay, Will Hudson could be a move for the offense. See what else we got here. Just looking at some of the better. I think what we want to do is we need our offensive line to play well. So somebody's going to really work with the offensive line, and maybe let's see, secure the line. Justin King. He's also got a West Coast zone run deal. I think I like, and then it's Crawford. That's who we just let go. I think I like. Who was that? That was Will Hudson. Let's take a look at Will Hudson. Okay, he's got some stuff already. Deep accuracy, throw under pressure. Okay. Secure the line. He's on the block finesse for right guards. I actually want to try to start developing the run. Oh no, this will be good. Yeah, no, that's fine. And I think this is the guy. I think we're going to go with Will Hudson. Will Hudson, come on board, sir. We will welcome you with open arms. And defensively, this is the big one. What is the defense? I think I'm kind of interested in either the 3-4 storm or a big nickel. Let's see what we get. Yeah, we only have 4 3/4, base 4-3, base 4-3. I like linebackers. I like being able to get the linebackers moving. I wonder if this disguise is the move. Uh, 3-4 storm, or let's take a look at what he's got. Inside 4-3, second level. Okay, for linebackers, recognition, man cover, defensive back. I think I like this. I think Dylan Pickett might be the guy. I think I like the disguise 3-4. Yeah, so we're gonna go with that. Yeah, we're gonna go with him. We're gonna go ahead and hire Dylan Pickett. Want to get the linebackers and the corners playing well. So Dylan Pickett, welcome. So he's got a disguise 3-4. So now let's go to our schemes, and we're gonna try to match the schemes to the. Okay, so West Coast. I think it was West Coast. Oh yeah, zone run. Is that what we had? Yeah, and then this guy was 3-4 disguise. Okay, we got players that are pretty closely aligned to this. Okay, I forgot what playbook the coach was using. Let's see what playbook the defensive coordinator was using, and we'll go to use it. Franchise staff. It was, doesn't say here. Are you gonna say? Oh man. Hold up. Is there a profile? I don't want to fire him. Defensive scheme. Disguise 3-4. Okay, so we have to figure out whose scheme is it. Alright, well. I'll probably go back and when I look at the video, we'll change the scheme, but let's take a look. It's not going to be what we're currently playing with. I can tell you that for sure. Let's see if they'll say generate pressure from multiple directions. I don't mind the Carolina playbook. Okay, I like the 3-4 and the 4-3 and the 4-4 in it. At least gives us some options. 3-4 and 4-3. Okay. The Raiders have some 4-3 stuff as well, and 4 nickel packages, and there's a big nickel there. Only 1 dime package though. Rams, okay. 3-4. Let's take a look. Let's go through here. No, not those. Not that. Ooh. Yeah, but we need 3-4. 3-4 and 4-4. Tennessee could be interesting. Let's see. Not Cincinnati. It's 3-4 storm defense. That's Denver. 4-3 scheme. 3-4 scheme that focuses on generating pressure from multiple directions. This could be interesting right here. Who was that? That was Tampa Bay. Okay, we might come back to Tampa Bay. Whoever we go with is who we're gonna go with. 4-3 scheme. 3-4. I think we might go with this. Could be interesting too. I kind of like if I can find a 3-4 and a 4-3 with big nickel in it. Then I might be interested in that. Which, yeah, here's 3-4, 4-3, big nickel, only has 1 dime. Dang, that's the Raiders again. So the Raiders are one of the few teams that has big nickel as a potential option. 4-3 with big nickel. I said Tampa Bay, so I think I'm gonna go back. Tampa Bay might be the one. Yeah, this is it right here. I think we may try the Tampa Bay. We're gonna go with Tampa Bay as our defensive court, as our defensive playbook. Okay, so that's going to help us maybe build our team around that particular strategy and do that. Okay, so let's take a look at real quick. We looked at some of the statistics for individuals, but I mean for the team, but I want to look at some of the statistics for individuals. So let's go here. We got some key stats, just some guys that we need to highlight before we move on. Jordan Love leads the league. Actually, let's stay here with the Packers. Leads the league with 5,880 yards passing. That's crazy. Also, 33 interceptions and 33 interceptions and 50 touchdowns. That is good enough to be the best passing yardage for a season, but not good enough to be the best touchdown. I think it's going to be, Peyton Manning. Here's the season. Yeah. Jordan Love passed Peyton Manning for most yardage in a season. But if we go to passing touchdowns, Peyton Manning threw 55 and Love ties Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love. That's us. So we tied Peyton Manning and we tied Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, which that's pretty good company. Pretty good company, if you ask me. So that's a big game. It's a big season for Jordan Love, and then of course, Aaron Jones did get 1100. He got 1100 yards and only 7 touchdowns. That's a good season for him. Although I don't think we're going to keep Aaron Jones. I think his days are going to be numbered for us. Not the kind of running back I think we need. Want to find someone that's a little bit quicker, and or who's going to be able to break some tackles a little bit better than he has been. Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs, 82 receptions for Watson, 2,383 yards for the season, and 22 touchdowns. A big breakout season for Christian Watson. And then Romeo Doubs with 2,200 even on 91 catches. Romeo was leading up until the last game, and then Christian Watson had a 200 plus game and was able to take the lead. These two sit atop the entire league for receiving, and that's just to let the rest of the league know that Green Bay, we coming. If we can get a defense that can stop people a little bit, that offense was moving around and making big things happen. Both players break the NFL record for most receiving yards in a season. Watson gets the top, obviously, because he was the top. But Romeo Doubs right behind him, and then it was Megatron, who almost had 2,000 yards. And if he'd had one more game, I know we got one more extra game, he probably would have gotten to 2,000 yards. But these are the first two receivers to get 2,000 plus yards in the season. So that's in a season. So that's probably pretty big. One more player I kind of want to highlight is hold up. Wait a minute. Is this right? No. We don't want. Yeah. We want player stats, and we want Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft had 516 total yards, 36 receptions, but he was a rookie, and I think he was pretty darn good. We're going to end up getting back another player that could cut into his time, and I don't know. It might not be worth the. We might have to keep Tucker Kraft. He made some big catches for us, for real. Okay, now let's look at the defense. On the defensive side of the ball, Quay Walker led the team with the most tackles, 91 total tackles, 22 tackles for loss. Rashawn Gary, though, leads the team with the most tackles for loss. And sacks, okay, Rashawn Gary ended up with 9.5 sacks. I didn't realize he had that many. Got a lot toward the end of the season. Quay Walker got 6. We got there a little bit, but we didn't. We gave up quite a bit of yardage. We didn't get hardly any interceptions. I think we got, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 total for the whole team. Jair ended up with 4 of them. Nixon with 2, Savage with 1. A lot of them came in the latter part of the season as well. But all in all, the difference makers were the linebackers, Quay Walker, Rashawn Gary, Kenny Clark. Let me see what he was up to. Kenny Clark, wow, only 18 tackles for the inside defensive tackle converted. And Campbell also making a lot of money right now, didn't produce a whole bunch. So worried that we'll see. We'll have to see if he's going to be worth the money he's got. So underperforming on the defensive side, super performing on the offensive side, and that was pretty crazy. All right, let's go ahead and advance the week and get to see who is going to win the Super Bowl. I probably could have just advanced straight to the Super Bowl, but I wanted to see. I'm gonna try to see who's going to the Pro Bowl. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 players going to the Super Bowl. We're just gonna go through it, and then we'll look at the bracket in a minute. Okay, view the Pro Bowl roster. Okay, since we're not going, wow, Brock Purdy is above Jordan Love. Jordan Love had a record-breaking season, and he's the second guy, probably because we didn't make the playoffs. But man, so anyway, Jordan Love's in there. Okay, who else is in there? Okay, Watson, Dobbs. Okay, that's 3. Who else might be for us? Okay, Jenkins is in there. That's our guy. It's 4. And I thought, yeah, Rashawn Gary. 5. Oh, Quay Walker's in there. Okay, 6. And I think that'll probably be it. Yeah, okay, 6 players to the Pro Bowl. Not bad. Not bad. You guys can check out this and you can slow it down and see if you want to who's in there. I was just worried about which one of our players was in there. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and look at, well, let's see. Let's see who's in it. Oh, all right. So, let's look on the left side. So the Bears lost, and the Cowboys, Bucks, Cowboys in San Francisco, and Cowboys and Baltimore go to the Super Bowl 2023. The Dallas Cowboys and Baltimore. Actually, that would be a pretty good game. EA, I say this every time. I wouldn't mind just watching the Super Bowl, even if we're not in it, or at least having the option to watch the Super Bowl. So, I don't know, EA, if you're listening, then it could be cool to watch the Super Bowl, or at least give us the option to do that. I think I would do it, just to see these two teams go at it and do their thing. All right, let's go ahead and advance the week to see who's going to win the whole thing. That's probably going to be Baltimore. I'm going with Baltimore. We are going to go with Baltimore. Let's take a look. Who gets the dub? It doesn't say. Did they not play yet? They must not have played yet. Oh, they didn't play yet. Okay. All right. Well, all right. Well, then before we jump into that, let's look at the yearly awards and see what's up. Oh, we didn't get the MVP. Are we anywhere near it? Okay, so there's Love. We're number 4. Watson is in the mix. Man, breaking a record means nothing. Prescott's going to get best quarterback. Coach of the year is the 49ers. Man. Okay, so NFC. Okay, offensive player of the year is going to be Christian Watson. Nice, with Dobbs right behind him. Okay, I thought, all right. I stand corrected. I thought for sure it would probably be one of those other guys. Defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. Offensive rookie, Jahmyr Gibbs. And defensive rookie is Byron Young. Best quarterback. Wow, Jordan Love is down to number 5. It has to be Justin Fields. They have Justin Fields above us. I guess it's because these guys made the playoffs. All these teams made the playoffs, and we're the best non-playoff quarterback. Oh man, I guess it's the Dubs. Best running back, Christian McCaffrey. Okay, we did get this. Top receivers, Romeo Dobbs and Christian Watson. Oh man, Jordan Love, man. He can't get best QB. So sad, JoJo. Okay, Rashawn Gary, best linebacker. Wow. Surprised. Okay. Best defensive back. Yeah, we won't be in any of those. Best kicker. Okay, we got the best kicker. And offensive player of the year. Okay. Let's quick look at the AFC just to see. We all know, yeah, Patrick Mahomes, TJ Watt. Okay. Rashee Rice, offensive rookie of the year. Tyree Wilson had a big game, big season for the Raiders. Okay, Mahomes, Jonathan Taylor, best running back. Rashee Rice, not just offensive rookie of the year, but top receiver. Joe Thuney, Chris Jones. Wow, the Chiefs are everywhere. TJ Watt, there's the Chiefs again with best DB. Wow. And the Chiefs did not get to the Super Bowl with all of that. So crazy. Very interesting. Okay, let's upgrade. We have some, Christian Watson. Okay, let's see what he, deep threat upgrade. Let's see, did he get, he is a superstar X Factor now. Christian Watson, he should be superstar X Factor, has the ankle breaker, truly devastating receiving threats, the ones that catch and can't be caught. When they enter the zone, they have increased fake out rates on spin, juke, hurdle after the catch. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and hook him up. What do we need from you? We'll pump up the deep threat. Wow. Ability slot. He gets +1 in speed. That's crazy. Let's go with playmaker. +3 juke move. And we're gonna go playmaker again. Wow. Christian Watson with a huge upgrade after an amazing season. Wow. He's going to be something big for us next year. Romeo Doubs. I wonder if he didn't have that big game, would all of that went to Romeo Doubs? It might have all went to Romeo Doubs. Rashawn Gary, he's going to be a superstar X Factor. Hopefully this lasts through to the next season. But he's in the mix now. Let's see what his thing is. Reinforcement. Yeah, we'll work on him. Run stopper. I think we're gonna spend. Oh yeah, he only had 1. Okay. And then the kicker got a little love. Let's give him some power. Power. Okay. All right. Okay, what we'll go ahead and do, actually, let's go ahead and set this. We'll go ahead and set his thing. Do we want ankle breaker? Rack him up. Max security. First one free. Wrecking ball. The best physical receivers don't just come down with the ball, they carry it home. When they enter the zone, they are nearly guaranteed to break their first post-catch tackle. Wow. Let's go with yak 'em up. Why not? Second win we don't want. Let's go. Don't need that. I think I want the short elite. We got the deep elite. And I don't know about this runoff. Yeah, we'll keep that. Nice. And let's go ahead and do Rashawn Gary as well. Why not? Go ahead and figure out his deal. I think for what we want out of Rashawn Gary, reinforcement is probably the move, but let's see what we got here. Okay, we got a few other things. Ripper, Stonewall, secure. We'll go with secure tackler, and we'll go with. You see, he's coming off of the edge, so a lot. So we're gonna go with under pressure. Yeah, and we like that. Okay. All right, we're getting better, but also Got a lot to do with the team. Okay. Team salaries. Let's see what else we need to do here. Let's go to advanced week, and I think it's the Cowboys. No, I think it's the Ravens. That's what I think we're going to do. Who's going to win? Let's see. The Super Bowl week is being done, and let's look at the 2023 season recap. The Dallas Cowboys return to prominence. They finally get another touchdown. I mean, another Super Bowl under their belt here in 2023. Super Bowl 58. It's the Dallas Cowboy, Dak Prescott, with the Super Bowl MVP. There you go. There you go, Dallas Cowboy fans. Rejoice. The Cowboys have returned. Now, can they repeat, or can we come and get them? That's what we want to see. All right, let's see. Big retirements. Harrison Smith is a big one. We'll just look at Patrick Peterson. Let's see who else it might be really worth. Adam Thielen finally hangs it up. Aaron Rodgers, of course. Tyrod Taylor. Eli Campbell, Cordell Peterson. Raheem Mostert retires. Really? Raheem Mostert? Wow. Okay. Ndamukong Suh retires. Von Miller retiring. Randall Cobb, Julio Jones. Michael Thomas retires. Cole Beasley. Damian Williams. Who else we got here? Some pretty big retirements here. Malcolm. Okay. And then Pete Carroll. All right. So that's the end of the retirements. Now let's take a look real quick at our roster. We got some upgrade players here. Oh, that's right. We got all these guys. All these practice squad guys. I'm gonna let the computer do those. I don't have to mess with those. Although I probably should have at least looked at those players to see what they were about. Let's take a look at some of the roster real quick and see if there's some people that went down. For instance, Jordan Love, did he go up at all? No, he's still just a star dev. After an amazing season, he's just a star dev. Actually, you know what? I don't know that they're gonna show their regression and progression until after things. So the last two things we'll do is look at well, I was going to look at our salary cap, but it may change a little bit. Let's go ahead and advance the week. We're going to advance the week and get to the resign players. Let's make some decisions about the resigning, and then we'll freeze it up. Here we've got Eric Stokes. Yes, we would like to bring Eric Stokes back. We will accept the option, and he will return. AJ Dillon, I don't think we need you, sir. Appreciate all that you've done. You've been amazing. But don't need it. We've got 19 million. This is the one. Should we re-sign Grover Stewart? 1 year, 8 million. Ooh, he would pretty much take all of our cap. Wow. I think we'll let David Long go. I think we'll let Rudy. You know what? Oh, Nixon. I do want to see if I can sign Nixon. Oh, he's not interested. Not interested. Well, let's make a little offer for you. I'll make that. Okay. Keyshawn Nixon comes back. Don't mind paying him. Everyone else, Yeah, we can let you go. We can let you go. All right. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about anybody else. Oh, I don't think I can sign Grover Stewart now. Oh, wait a minute. Before I leave it, Grover Stewart. Do we want to try it? Yeah. What he wants, we can't offer now. We're gonna let it go. Gonna let it go, Stewart. Stewart. Maybe we'll catch him on the rebound. We'll catch him on the rebound. Okay, so we'll go ahead and advance the week. And this is, I want to advance the week past this so that we can get our true cap number with those guys that are released. Okay, so now with those guys released, let's take a quick look at, well, we'll take a look at the roster first and see if there's any changes. No change for Jordan Love, but we only got one quarterback. So we need a backup QB. Actually, let's do this. I think we can do this at the other screen. We'll do it at the team salary screen. Okay, so we need a backup quarterback. As we've said, his money's not too bad. He's got 1 year remaining, so we got to be ready to pay him. We got 28 million cap space, which is not a lot. Which means we probably need to free up something. One of the players that we can free up with is potentially Aaron Jones, making a lot of money. We would save quite a bit. 11 million. He's 29 years old. I don't know that he's a particularly tradable piece. Might be. Is he still a superstar? Yes, he is. Aaron Jones is potentially tradable to a team that might be looking for a veteran running back. We'll see. All these guys are not going to make the team. I don't know why they're here. We may as well clean up who we're not going to keep. Not going to keep these guys. And that means we've got a lot of work to do at halfback. So probably looking to find a couple halfbacks in the draft or in the free agency. Probably the free agency. Okay, we need to grab a fullback. We don't have one. Wide receiver, we're set. Christian Watson's 86. Did Dobbs get any love? Okay, Dobbs did get some love. He went up to star. He was he was just a normal. And so that's nice. I'm glad they showed him some love. Good looking out. Reed, I think was a star anyway. Let's see what else we got. Okay, these two guys, and this is what I was talking about earlier. I think Kraft played really well. Apparently Musgrave is a much faster 89 overall, and that's really interesting. But we'll need to pick up a tight end, and other than that, we're set there. Left tackle, we're going to get David Bakhtari back, and hopefully we'll have him for at least 1 year. He's got a huge contract. Wow. We would save $21 million. He might, you know what? We might have to. He might be a player that we release. It seems weird to release him, but I don't know that that's a tradable contract. $51 million in bonuses. Man. All right, I got to write down David Bakhtiari. Man, that is a contract. $75 million. Yeah, we might have to see if we can get out from under that contract. Here's another one. Elgin Jenkins. He's making $73 million. Oh, we would only save 100. Okay. All right, so we can't do anything with him. That's good. Okay, we need center. All right, we need a right guard. So that is good as well. We need a right tackle. Oh, definitely need a right tackle. Man, a lot of needs on the offensive line. Okay, Van Ness looks good. We don't mind him. This part is good on the left end. The right end, like this as well. Could probably use a backup right end. Probably, if we find something. Again, we don't have a lot of money to do anything with. Kenny Clark. Wouldn't save a lot. So I think we have to keep him. And we're going to need a defensive tackle. Rashad Gary. Wow. Wow. 108 million. Gotta keep him. Quay Walker's giving us good value. Man, we have some huge contracts. Yeah, a lot of these guys, no savings there. Yeah, we don't have a lot of savings. I think the move has to be to trade or release David Bakhtiari. Now, we might be able to trade him because left tackles are pretty hard to come by, but he's an older player and he's got 1 year remaining, so you'll have to re-sign him. Man, that's really interesting. Okay, can we restructure anybody's contract? We might be able to restructure. Okay, we restructured Jenkins. We can't restructure him. Nah, he's too much. Who else do we see? Rashawn Gary. Let's see if we can restructure some contracts and maybe get some more cap space. Okay, so there's Clark. No, he can't restructure. Okay, Rashad Gary we could restructure. Let's see, can we? 2.67 million will be added per year. Okay, all right. Gets us to 44. Nice. Let's see, what else do we need? Quay Walker, we can restructure him. And Campbell. Let's see if we can get that. I think we're committed to Campbell's a player. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to. I thought maybe we could trade him, but didn't work out. Doesn't look like it will. 45 million. Okay. We can restructure Alexander. He's got a huge contract. Okay, that takes us to 55. And Stokes. 56. Okay. Darnell Savage, man, I definitely want to keep him around. We'll restructure this too. Okay, so that gets us to 57. Going to release this guy because I don't think he's going to be a player for us. Yeah, we're gonna need to get a strong safety as well. So strong safety, right end, right tackle. Those are some of the biggest needs I think that we have so far. Yeah, those are some of the biggest needs. Yeah, we'll release Anderson. I was very frustrated with you. You gotta go. Free safety. Okay, so 58 million to work with this season after some friendly restructures. Shout out to the squad for taking it for the team. The team? What team? I don't see everybody else. I think I'm all right everywhere else. we would say 21 million just to drop David Bakhtiari. Man, there's a part of me that wants to move on that right now, but that'll probably be the next video. Okay, last thing we want to do is take a look at the look at some of the players that we had picked out for ourselves. Dom Robertson is probably the player that I think I want to get first. Okay, he is second fastest guy. He's a decent athlete and has some pretty good skills, particularly the A man coverage and the A zone coverage. I mean, and he's fast. This is the guy that I think I want. I think we want Dom Robertson. Looking at Faulkner here, we got 100% on him. Let's take a look what he did. Okay, he's a 4.4. Okay, pretty agile, a decent athlete as well. He's got some decent skills. I'd be okay with Gerald Faulkner as well. Let's take a look at Elton Boston. It looks like he could potentially go in the second round, and I have to look at our deal, but this could be a good guy for us too. Love his hit power. He doesn't have the coverage skills that we need. It doesn't look like he's one of the fastest guys, but could be an enforcer, and it would mean moving Darnell Savage back to free safety, and I think actually Savage is playing free safety. We would need this guy to be able to do something against the run, so we'd have to develop him for man coverage and basically coverage in general. Yeah, we'd have to develop him. Let's take a look at the two running backs. Curious about Forbes, Bryce Forbes, coming out of Clemson, 5'11" running back, decent speed. Okay, he's got good speed. He's got a 4.39, and they're saying that's just great speed. Could be a decent player for us, especially if we have to draft him a little later. But he's ranking pretty high among the current crop of halfbacks. Here's Derek Malone, and okay, his speed came down. I think he was an elite speed before, and now his combine has him drop a little bit, so he lost some stock there. Another player here, actually they have him drop to the marginal. He's not fast at all. Hit power A, block shed B. Yeah, he looks like a linebacker. Yeah, he looks like a linebacker, especially with that block shed at B. And then here we have Jose Reese. So I'm looking at the draft for the safety. But let me look at the fullbacks real quick. So anybody that just stands out, run block is what we're interested in. Okay, here's a run block guy. We'll tag him. Let's see what you got, sir. Okay, not bad. Pass block B, run block A. Hey, that's what we need from you. This could be a dude for us. What else did we say we absolutely needed? We needed center. Let's take a look at some centers. Wow, this dude looks great. Round 2 and 3, and he's got A's everywhere. Wow. Somebody's gonna scoop him up for sure. We'll tag both of these centers, and I think we had right tackle that we were interested in. Yeah, lots of players here, but we need those skill positions. We might be able to get. Let's take a look at linebackers. We might have to get something through the free agency for sure. Okay, so let's go back real quick. So this is what it looks like for us. Don Robinson is probably my top target. Okay, we have him at number 2. I think he's gonna go before we get a chance to get him. He does look nice. I don't think he would actually be a right outside linebacker for us. He might end up being something else. But man, we could definitely use some linebacker help. But I think it's going to actually end up being, I don't think he's going to fall to us. Don Robinson, I think, is our top target. I think everything else we'll figure out in the next video as we try to figure out where we'll actually place in things. But man, we've got a lot of holes. We need, oh, I didn't even look at backup quarterback. We need a backup quarterback. We need to replace our running backs. We need a fullback. We need a backup tight end. We need a right tackle, a right guard, a center, defensive tackle. I didn't look at defensive tackles. Let me look real quick at defensive tackles. See if that's something we can. There's somebody that's interesting here. Okay, who are you? Marshall Acosta. Doesn't look terrible. Okay. We'll mark him. Who else? Man, there's not a lot of love on the defensive tackle front. All right, man. Well, that is the end of the preview. It could be really interesting. We are going to check out free agency next time and start the process. We got a big task in front of us. We've got to figure out how to fill in all the holes and maybe make some room. I think we may look to try to trade Bakhtiari, and I think that might be the move. Let me see real quick let's see where we are on the draft real quick, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Okay, so draft picks. We are pick number 14. And we have two number 2s, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we're pick number 14. Okay. All right, man, that'll do it. Thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Hope that this will curious what you guys think, whether we should trade or drop the left tackle, and curious what you think we should do with any other players on the team to make space for maybe more picks or what have you. Just whatever thoughts you might have, I'm here for it. Hope you have a good rest of your day. This is like the video. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can see how this whole season breaks down. This is Pastor's Game 2. God loves you and so do I, and I will see you when I see you. Peace.